You see he's back, General. Couldn't keep him away. He's still sick, but he's back.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah.
Can't go already.
We were having such a good run for that one episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Let's see.
There are multiple uses for the word course. For example, let's go down to the golf course for a hit. Or another example is, you're about to hear some fucking course language.
Top three.
That was right up there.
Top three.
G'day. How you going? Welcome to the Better Than Sex podcast, episode 11. The podcast for NFT shit kickers by NFT shit kickers. Today's show, less chickens, more goblins. I'm your host, Sambo. I'm joined by General So and MrPete. And our producer, CJ Button. And how are we going, fellas?
Boys, how are we?
Yeah, not too bad, fellas.
All good, boys.
Got over that sickness, Pete?
Yeah, mate, I'm back.
You back, you reckon?
Did you put a shirt on at all during your cold chills?
No. I just got under a blanket. Sweat up the blanket a bit.
I think the only shirts he owns are those yellow ones with the stripes across the chest. Is that right?
Yeah, just work shirts.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be shirts with pictures of naked bodies on them. So it still looks like he's not wearing a shirt.
It could be. He could be fooling us all.
He's been wearing a shirt this whole time.
Yeah. The camera's so dodgy he's got. Before we got started, fellas, I just wanted to ask CJ a couple of things. You ever look back, CJ?
Yeah.
Like you look back at old posts and old chickens that you sold and things like that?
Yeah.
Often?
Sometimes, yeah.
How far you say would you look back?
I mean, sometimes years.
Sometimes years. Yeah, right. Because there's a post in our Discord this morning, I think it was. It was chicken derby related. It was saying chicken derby talents in 6 months. And it was like 6 months ago, and we're pretty close to talents. I'm just wondering who looks back 6 months ago at old posts, and this is what I'm thinking, right? Is CJ's got a folder in his phone of says big calls on it. He screenshots the big calls he makes. And then he sets a reminder on his phone, remind me in 6 months, and then it goes ding and goes, I'm fucking right on that. I'll post this up in the Discord.
Rub it in everybody's face.
Is it true?
Yeah, you're not far wrong. I mean, I actually did have a reminder in my phone for that one.
I was gonna say, like, it's just so random that it was like 6 months ago. I'm like, how did he just find that out of nowhere? Yeah. Nailed it. Good. I can sleep well at night. Here we go, boys. Yeah. Finally got sounds working.
How good's that?
I'm so happy. I fist pumped the air before this podcast. NFT news. Rob, for this pod, I got a quote that from a person. This is a direct quote. Market down, the world is on fire, and we will never see a bull market ever again. Sell us your shit cheap. General, can you tell people about this quote?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. This was General's quote. What do you reckon, General? Where sell, or you're buy by the sounds of that?
Yeah, I'm buy. I'm not going anywhere, but it seems like the that's the general sentiment right now, right? The world is on fire. Crypto's fucking dying. NFTs are dying. Everyone's looking at how much money they've put in over the last year and going, I'm either fucking way down or I was way up and now I'm back to even because I didn't take any profits along the way.
Yeah, true.
Happened in 2018 as well, remember?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Sell me your shit cheap.
Yeah, ETH's cheap now. What is it's down around 1,400 now. Pete, you buying any more ETH?
I got some money sitting there ready to go. I'm just ready to pull the trigger. Not quite ready to pull the trigger yet.
Yeah, give it a bit. Give it a bit. Just let it cool a bit. See what happens. You should wake up tomorrow to be at 2.5 grand.
That's what my next question was, Pete. What's your prediction? Obviously not financial advice, but you think it's going to drop a little bit more?
I think it's going a little bit lower.
I think it will too.
I do think it's going to spike down, but I think it's going to go sideways for a fair bit.
Yeah. There's a lot of support, like between 11 and like 14. Spent a lot of time there earlier on, year 2, 18 months ago, something like that. Yeah, I think just sit on your hands and trickle a little bit in, trickle a little bit more in, trickle a little bit more in. Free mints, boys, you've been getting onto these free mints. It seems like free mint city lately. All you can do is free mint shit. You can't do anything else.
I've been dabbling with some free mints.
Yeah, you had much success.
No, not the good ones.
So the big ones,
pretty much all of the other ones.
The big ones, Goblin Town, Hobo Town, AI Moonbirds. I've got here. You were looking at AI Moonbirds, Pete.
I actually bought one.
You did buy one.
I didn't mint one though, and I bought it for 0.25, which is fucking nuts for a free mint. And I watched it go up to like 0.75, and then I watched it come all the way back down to 0.1.
Yeah,
I was working on the pretense because it was like just after Goblins, and Goblins was at 2 ETH, and I'm like, there's no way I'm selling this thing for less than 2 ETH. Now I can sell it for 0.1.
You never sell, so you never have to worry about that, Pete. You've just got yourself a lifetime AI Nightbird.
I fucking sold some of my flips. Sold some stuff since there. I've actually sold my first thing.
So
how'd that go? Did you need a tutorial on YouTube or something?
I did actually have to work it out. I'm like, I got to interact with the contract before I sell. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So this AI Moonbirds, Pete, you didn't do your strategy of buy 3 like you were telling me.
Right? Well, they were too expensive when I first got in.
But if you did do your strategy of buy 3, would you still sold, or were you?
I would have sold.
Holding 3 now.
No, I would have sold one. I would have sold one at probably 0.5. I wouldn't have got it. I would have liked to get to the top, but I would have when it hit half an ETH, I would have went fucking sold one.
Yeah.
But I only had one, and like in my defense, I actually really like the art, which is a weird thing to say in NFT world. Like, who gives a fuck about the art? But I actually like the artwork, so I wasn't too upset about not selling it.
It's very cool, and it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty high definition. When you actually select it, you can zoom in. It's got a lot of detail to it, which is can't be said for a lot of NFTs.
And I actually like it when you actually take it back down to a really small picture. It actually looks like a moonbird, and you can hardly tell that it was. Yeah, it's something different. Like when you're like there, like you can hardly even tell that they're the AI look about them.
Some of the ones that they're like the hidden building trait on Twitter, they look like the regular moonbirds because they're 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever they are, like pixelated. But AI and moonbirds, I don't think they were entirely free mint. I thought there was like 1,000 of them released for free, and then maybe the rest were at 0.05 or something.
Honestly, mate, I have no idea. I just seen them on Icy Tools and bought them on FOMO.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, actually, I seen it on Twitter, and I seen people with Moonbirds posting them. They're identical one to their Moonbird. And I actually thought it was a Moonbird drop. And then so I thought, oh, that's another Moonbird thing that people get, blah, 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 blah. And I was having a bit of fun about that. And then I found out that it wasn't. And I'm like, well, I can buy one. Let's go buy one.
Yeah, I think they had a decent run up as well when Kevin Rose tweeted about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look better than original Moonbirds, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I agree.
I know the pixel, people like the pixel thing, but it's just
I've never got that.
Not my kind of thing. Goblin Town, it's still up there though. Pete, it's still trading at 2 ETH.
I think it's a little bit higher than I think it's at like 4 ETH, isn't it?
You tried to get one of these, or you didn't?
3 and a bit.
So I heard about Goblins when they were 0.1 after their free mint. And I'm like, they've had their run. I'm not buying it. And then it went to half an ETH, and they sat at half an ETH for a bit. And I'm like, oh, they're going to come back down. And then it went up, and it went up, and it went up, and it went up. And then I get all depressed and mint every other project that comes out for them just to go to zero.
Yeah. So, are paid mints dying, Pete?
Yes.
Because everyone's doing free mints lately.
I don't think it's just because everyone's doing free mints. I think it's people are offering utility with free mints, and they're going for they're making their money on royalties rather than the initial mint.
Half of these things I see don't have any fucking roadmaps. They've got nothing.
They have got nothing. That's the bullshit thing about it. People are gamblers. We're all gamblers.
Is it this thing where, like, this is the next thing I've got written here. Are there too many flippers in this market, and has tools like Icy Tools, and there's probably fucking heaps of other ones out there that all tell you about these free mints and the volume of when things are spiking. So all it takes is a little bit of volume, and it goes onto one of these tool sites, and then he sees it, and then the next bloke sees it, and then it's a stacks on effect where no one even knows whether it has a roadmap or not, because they're just aping it and buying it off the data that they're getting from these tool sites.
That's how I'm buying them.
Yeah.
That healthy thing? Or fucking...
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think flippers are bad for NFTs. Like everyone talks about diamond hand holders. Projects you do need diamond hand holders, but you do need flippers as well. But flippers have gotten such a name for making quick money these days. Everyone wants to become a flipper. So everyone's trying to become a flipper. And there's too many flippers to diamond hand holders now. And we need to get that ratio back to drive these projects forward.
Yeah. I think a big thing with flipping NFTs as well. I'm way guilty of it. I've been degen minting free shit for the last 2 weeks, and like I said, not hit any of them, but
fucking throwing every fucking shit at the wall you can.
Fuck, I get 20 of these for free. Yeah, mint them all. Like, take it. Flipping is successful if you do it it can be very successful if you can do it in one project that has serious volume, so you can get in and out of a trade quickly. But you also have enough time to focus on where the value is in that project, like knowing what is rare and undervalued when it gets listed, so you can buy it and sell it almost in the same day for a sizable enough profit to make it worth it. When you're trying to flip shit that you've never seen before, and you're just looking at Icy Tools and then going on OpenSea and going, fuck, there was 50 of them sold in the last minute. You can do it successfully, but it's much more of a crapshoot. It's a lot more gambling and a lot less calculated risk.
Have you any of your free mints, General? Have you ever minted some that you're like, well, I actually still like it, even though it's free mint and it's gone to zero?
Yep. I have a Mech AI, which is a Megaverse, same as the AI Nightbirds. It's the Megaverse version of them. And really cool. They fucking pumped to 0.05 and then just went to zero. But I like it. It's pretty cool.
I do look at a lot of stuff and go, even if it's a free mint, I'm like, oh, I'm not minting that because it looks like shit.
Yeah.
No one's going to want that. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, they're the ones that fucking pump.
They are.
Literal pieces of shit.
We need to get some Prince boys for fucking there and fucking there and there. Of that stuff like that, like, you're never ever going to sell that if it's gone to absolute crap, mate. So you might as well print it on a poster because you're going to keep it forever.
I'm going to hang my new Chicken Derby skateboard up behind me when I get it.
Oh, fuck you, you dog. Fucking hell. Let's go on to this. I'll give you that one again. So this is Dead or Alive. We just come up with this one. Pete seems to think there's a heap of blue chip projects, or what some people would call blue chip projects.
Used to be called blue chip projects.
We're going to go around and say whether they're dead or alive. You can kick us off, Pete. 3 landers.
Dead.
Dead, you reckon?
Dead. Why I reckon it's dead? Floor price is what, half an ETH, under half an ETH now. Like, what was there? They were peak at like 2 ETH, 2.5 ETH, something like that. And now they're under half an ETH. You can buy one for, and there's just nothing, no roadmap. It's just was all on hype, and they're fucking dead in the water. If you got a 3 lander right now, fucking sell it. Sell it while you can still get 0.4 for it.
Looks
pretty cool, surely, Pete, you have a disclaimer to say after that financial advice you just gave out.
Well, they will have more finances in their account because they won't have a fucking 3 lander and they'll have fucking 0.4 of an E. So it's fucking good advice. Sell your fucking 3 lander.
Rather print it out and put it on my wall forever, Pete. It's not too bad. It looks all right.
No, well, see, this is the thing, right? That's the art of a 3 lander is, I guess they're not really cute, but they kind of are that cute, cartoony, like doodly looking artwork. And is that what's dead?
I don't know. Go out and buy
because you look at like, Goblin Town. It's very different artwork, and some people say it's shit or what, and like you might look at it and go, it's not necessarily the most desirable thing, but it's pretty fucking detailed and cool. Like, it's different. It's not what we've seen for last year. You even look at something like Azuki, and it's not besides the fact that it's a profile instead of a straight on shot and all that kind of stuff, the art is slightly different. So we're just moving away from that cute art style, especially on things that aren't giving big utility or haven't proven themselves yet. And the new meta of art is just moving past that initial comical shit.
You know what? And I showed you guys just the other day. Goblin Town reminds me of Rusty Spoons. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyone that's listening to this that remembers Rusty Spoons, they're going to love that. But you're dead on 3 landers too. What about you, CJ?
Yeah, look, I agree. It's another hype project that's failed to deliver, and the floor price reflects that.
What about Doge Pound, CJ?
Doge Pound was one. I missed it. It pumped way high, right? But again, I don't really know much what's going on with them these days. But the chart, it looks like many others down.
Up way high, steady decline.
Now, you got a little bit of vested interest in Doge Pound, Pete, because your brother or sister company that you hold 30 fucking nuts or whatever you have.
Pete's a nut maxi.
Yeah. So what do I think? I think, and I don't know why, they've delivered on all their promises, and they haven't got any more promises in the bank. They gave you puppies. They've given you Christmas puppies. They've just releasing their beta of their game, their puppy game. And I I looked at buying one when they hit 0.5 because I'm like, when everything was dropping, I'm like, oh, that's cheap for them now because I've always known them prices wise. But I hate to say it, but I think they're fucking dead.
Is that just because they don't have anything left in the bank?
Nothing left in the bank, but they do have a good operator. That's probably one thing they got going through them. But I wouldn't be buying one right now.
Seems like a lot of things that have bring in a game or something have tanked.
Blasphemy. It's fucking blasphemy, Pete. How fucking dare you? What about you, General?
Look, I don't know much about the Doge Pound. They look pretty cool, and if what Pete says is true and they hit all of their promises, then it doesn't really make a lot of sense, except for the fact that if they've got nothing left to provide. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would drop. You've already got the full value you can out of a collection, then it would be smart financially to sell it. Not to say that that's not financial advice, but not trying to say that that's the truth. Maybe they do have something still up their sleeve. But if public perception is that they've provided everything they can, then take that and sell it.
What was their big play, Doge Pound? Was it eventually this game? But
like I said, I haven't never looked right into them as much as I have other stuff. But they are like building a dog orphanage or some weird shit in South Africa. And that's their big thing, is to have this dog orphanage up and running. But I don't know how that benefits people rather than just being a charity. Honestly, they just need to take in their puppies and put them down. Fucking things down.
I know they had the big animal rights because they had some skinhead trade on some dogs or something. There's like a big news story, and they changed one of their NFTs out because it had something like a Nazi trade or something. But that kind of story pumps projects like that too, which could be all hype again. I got 3 left here, fellas. I'm gonna give you 1 each. General, World of Women.
Just looking at its chart trajectory, it's not looking good. It's probably honestly come back to where it realistically should sit. I don't think it's a bad project. I'm not 100% versed in it whatsoever, but for everything I see, people seem to like it. And they seem to be doing good things. But I think maybe they did just pump to that, 15 ETH at the peak, on a little bit of hype, a little bit of something different. And now they've just come back down to where the value actually sits. But also, a lot of these things we're looking at right now, we're looking at, if you trace them back, it's probably correlates pretty close to what ETH price is doing. ETH is down 1/3 on its all-time high. What a Women's down 1/3 on its all-time high. Fuck, man, it's a coin flip, really.
So dead, you telling me?
Where's that gunshot sound?
CJ Azuki.
You give me this one. I mean, I don't know why people are still spending 9 ETH on these things. Zagabond, he had his chance on the spaces. He fluffed that. It didn't come across as, someone that wanted to repair the project. It was just all excuses. So for me, Izuki, it's not dead yet because, look, 4 hours, 9 ETH, 10 ETH. But for me, it's dead, yeah.
Now, I've got one for Pete. It's been dead all over the shop here. But just give me 1 word each for this, boys. No explanation. General Goblin Town.
Alive.
CJ Goblin Town.
Yuga.
Pete Goblin Town.
Dead. Dead.
And-
Sell now.
Standard, Pete.
You know why? I'll go quickly into why it's dead. It's had its run up. It's wearing thin. All this goblin stuff, all the goblin talk on Twitter was all fun and good and created a bit of hype. And then they released their goblin burger and that created a little bit more hype, but it's dropped down heaps since then. And Yuga, exactly what CJ said, Yuga are going to release goblins and it's going to kill the fuck out of these goblins. And these are going to fucking zero. So if you got one, sell it now. Fucking FUD, Pete the FUD man tonight. Fucking sell everything.
Yeah. Oh, and some dogs.
You try and put down those dogs.
Yeah. That didn't work. So the last
Simba,
one.
what do you think about Goblin Town?
I think alive, but
Fucking hanging by a thread.
only because it's the first of that different sort of art. So I think it'll be alive. I don't think it'll go to the moon, but I think it'll stay alive.
Local top, but still.
Yeah.
In 12 months' time, we'll meet back here and we'll discuss why Goblin Town's 108.
Hey, CJ, can you take a screenshot and put that in your phone?
Yeah. Setting the reminder.
So the last one I've got here for Pete, because they're all deads. We're all fucked. Everyone's dead. Fucking shoot everyone. Fucking dead. The last one I've got here that you'd think most people would say is not dead, but I'm just going to ask Pete this one is Bored Ape Yacht Club, Pete.
Well, I've made my expressions clear on Bored Ape Yacht Club, and it might be worth a lot now, but in 12 months' time, it's going to be dead. Because all pyramid schemes fail, and Bored Ape Yacht Club is just a pyramid scheme to make the owners and the people at the top rich, and eventually they're going to create another story to create another layer on the bottom of their pyramid just to trickle some more money up into the pockets of the high rollers, because it makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. Look at all the people who bought fucking Yuga land now. They're fucking sitting there. They spend a fortune on fucking on ApeCoin to buy this Yuga land, and then Yuga come out and don't say a fucking thing for ages, drive the price of their floor price down, and then all of a sudden they're going to release another fucking 100,000 plots for us all to fucking buy and go and create a hype, take fuckloads of money out of the system, and we're all going to be fucked again. And they're going to create another bear market, and no one's going to be fucking happy. And the only people that are going to be happy is if you own a fucking ape or a Yuga, and eventually they're going to take that much money out of them. They're going to fucking shoot themselves in the fucking head, take the top off their pyramid, and no one's going to have any fucking money.
Hey, Pete, I just have one question. How do you really feel?
Fucking dead.
He's got to get all that fun out from last episode where he couldn't say anything.
Bro, you're coming in so hot.
Everything's dead. Fucking what are we?
All fucking dead, mate.
What are we doing an NFT podcast? You fucking idiots.
He's dead.
You know what they say? The market's down. The world is on fire.
Yeah.
We'll never see another bull market again. So sell us your shit.
Yeah. Sell us your shit, check. Fucking hell, can't try that. It was dead or alive.
Featuring Pete's fun.
Let's do wallet dive with CJ. CJ's wallet dive this week.
Yeah.
CJ you buy a heap of fucking random shit. Mint a heap of random shit recently. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Not on this wallet, on my other one.
Let's start with the obligatory. How'd you get into NFTs?
Actually Zrun. But it was a failed attempt to get into Zrun. I was on like crypto Twitter for like a few years, and I started to see these horses, on the blockchain, and I thought, this is cool. So I signed up for one of the Genesis drops, but I put my email address in wrong by like one character, and I bridged my ETH across to get the link and buy the horse. And I stayed up till fucking like 4 a.m. to do it. And I didn't get the fucking link because obviously my email address was wrong. So I was just sat there with all this ETH on Polygon, and I was like, "What the fuck are these NFT things? This is bullshit." So then I left it for months. You know, I just thought, "All right, I've been burned here. I'll just keep my ETH." But then lockdown happened in Australia, and I thought, "Yeah, fuck it. I'll try these things again." So yeah, Zed run and lockdown.
Second time's a charm. And then did you go straight back into Zed?
No, I didn't. I dodged it because I thought I'd missed the drops, and yeah, it was just the prices were kind of up, and I felt kind of priced out. By that time, I just went into like flipping profile picture NFTs, like the goats and shitloads of alien derivative projects.
Let's take a look through your wallet, see what you got. What's your favorites? What rugs you got? A lot of chickens there.
Yeah.
What are your favorites? Start with your favorites.
Probably Lady is my favorite NFT. Minted her, 100 Sultan. You know, I'm having lots of fun with her playing Chicken Derby. What was the next one? Rugs. I actually have a rug NFT. This one. It was like a free mint before.
That's so good.
3D glasses too.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Like my old alien boy. This was a free mint like back in fucking when? Yeah, a year ago now in July. So the free mint meta has been around for a while.
Looks more like a newspaper than a rug, I must say.
Does, yeah.
So have you ever been actual rugged by a project?
This was a rug, these dead dudes. But I actually won this one. Yeah, I don't think I bought a rug and then been rugged. But yeah, that's kind of a red flag. If you see a project giving away too many NFTs before or when they're minting, that was something I kind of locked onto.
What is that fucking blue banana?
This was another free mint. I'm not sure. I think it was linked to some kind of project at one time.
That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I kind of want to go out and buy one.
I'm sure CJ will sell it to you.
Oh.
Give away, sell, keep, mate. Choose one to give away. Choose one to sell and one to keep.
Giveaway. Fuck. Probably this one. My Dizzy Demon. Because, yeah, I don't know. Dizzy Demons or the Dizzy Dragons, they should have been dead or alive. And, yeah, they're pretty dead.
Is it because they're pixel art or?
Nah, it's because...
Yes.
Look, I don't hate pixel art as much as you guys do. But, yeah. I think a couple of big influencers turned off the Dizzy Dragons, and that hasn't helped them at all. So that was giveaway. What was the other one?
Sell and keep.
Sell. Well, I want to sell this gutter pigeon because I got it kind of cheap, but now everything's fucking cheap. So just to kind of make a bit of profit on that guy would be nice. And to keep, I gotta keep the favorite, right? The chickens.
What about I see you got two gutter rats there. Rat and a cat.
Yeah.
You gonna try to get the full set?
Yeah, I'm trying to build like a gold set with the yellow background.
Yeah.
And yeah, try to keep it like green as the secondary color.
Yeah, they match pretty well.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of those two.
Very buttery.
Yeah, gutter butter.
I like
that. Last one is, when did you get into NFTs?
When?
Yeah.
It was around this time last year, like June or July. Yeah, that's when the first one I ever bought was the Alien Boy. Yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah, pretty similar time to me and the rest of us, really. Except Pete. Pete's a fucking newbie, that cunt. Thanks, CJ. That was fucking cool, man. We go on to other NFTs. I couldn't think of a good sound for this one, so I wanted a spaceship flying through the sky, and this is the best I could get.
I can barely even hear it.
I can't even hear that.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. So this section's going to get a name change to suit a good soundbite that I can get. Other NFTs I've got here, Pete's Bored Ape Ponzi Party.
I think I went into that before, didn't I?
Yeah. So we'll leave that because you've said enough about how Bored Apes are going to nothing. What about Not Okay Bears, Pete? We talked about these a couple of weeks ago.
So
they got delisted off OpenSea and now they're relisted. Is that right?
Yeah, which is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. Like, if you're watching this, don't go out and buy a Not Okay Bear because you're just fucking stealing art. You may as well go out and fucking rob a grocery store. You fucking have more. You'll have more money. Like, fucking, if I was Okay Bears, I'd be fucking dirty at fucking OpenSea, and I don't know. There's got to be some kind of legal avenue where they can sue the shit out of OpenSea because they got fuckloads of money.
So, Pete, I have a question for you, and I would like to make it clear that I'm not saying that two wrongs make a right, but there's plenty of other collections out there that OpenSea has even verified that are stealing art.
Direct copies.
Yes.
Bored Solana Club, whatever the fuck it's called. It's like they've just changed the background of Bored Ape Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club, which we know you don't care about, so maybe your opinion's different. They've just changed it to they all have the same background of this like gradient purple blue, but the art's exactly the same. They're facing the same way. What's like? Why OK Bears? Why kick them off if they're not gonna have the same?
Do you want to know my honest opinion, General?
You think kick them all off?
Fucking kick them all off.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Fucking kick them all off. Honestly, if they can change enough, like if you steal traits, steal little bits and pieces here, but don't just fucking reverse the image. Don't just change the fucking background. You're changing one fucking thing. Change fucking everything. Steal the traits and put them on a fucking goblin. Like there's a Bored Ape goblin where they stole the eyes and the faces off goblins and they put them on goblins' heads. I don't give a fuck about that.
But is that fine? That?
There is that. It's bored ass goblins. I think it's bored ass goblins. Anyway, they basically got goblin heads with things. I'm happy with that because they actually put in some fucking effort and did something to fucking create something different. They didn't just fucking flip it 180 degrees.
Hey, I've got one for you, mate. We call it Bored Ape Australia Club. We just take the Bored Ape pictures, flip them upside down so the head's broken down. Let's do it, Pete. Come on. It's right up our alley.
To tell you the truth, I absolutely fucking love the idea, except I just fudded the shit out of everything. So you're doing the exact fucking same thing. I can't go out and justify it. Maybe we make a fake account and do it.
Yeah, you get on that.
I do love it. It'll be next week. Somebody will hear this and probably make one.
So, hey, I do have two more questions. One is, if we were to flip them upside down, but take each trait individually and basically re-roll the dice on the collection, what's your opinion on that?
No.
Because it's still the art, right?
It's. I know where you get. I know what you're fucking doing.
No,
It's different. It's different. It's unique.
It is different, but
question. But you are
no, because you're not really creating a unique. You're basically creating, like, if somebody sees one of them, they're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah,
it's upside down, Pete.
Yeah, I mean the upside down thing is definitely no, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate for the sake of, holistic content here, because I don't disagree with you. I think stealing art is a bit dog. But also just on the not okay bears, right? So the okay bears, they're centered around the idea that, it can go to zero, fucking NFTs don't really matter. Everyone will be okay. It's like their mantra. It's the whole, we are going to be at Wagbo. We're going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. I don't even fucking know. The not okay bears, their mantra is that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, but
now, on a community building side of things, not the art, does that not make it a difference? Does that not make it a legitimate community or a legitimate way to build a community? It's like poking fun at the NFT, the initial NFT, and trying to bring to light other issues around maybe the mantra of the first one.
Maybe, but can I sit there and steal the Bored Ape Yacht Club art and call it Bored Ape Boat Club because I don't fucking like yachts. I like boats. And I build a community about people who hate rich cunts who own yachts, and I own a fucking tinny. The Bored Ape Tinny Club.
Well, you should make
that. Fuck it. We've just come up with two golden ideas.
But if art doesn't matter in NFTs and it's for price and community, then what does it matter if the art is stolen? Art is just a representation of the token.
Art doesn't matter for his own. When people say the art doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It matters whether it's stolen. It doesn't matter. People buy it because they don't care what it looks like.
How stolen though? Like Baps basically stole Bored Ape's art and pixelized it. Is that not far enough? Is that too far, Pete?
No, that's far enough because they look totally different. If you put two beside each other, you'd go, oh yeah, they're different.
So it's only if they look different.
They got to look different. They got to look different enough that if I held two beside each other, they'd look like two different collections. Well, and that's why I don't think you can do
opposite directions, Pete.
But they literally stole the pictures one for one.
Yeah, but they flipped them.
One for one.
Has there been collections that face multiple ways?
Like in the same collection.
Some forward, some right, some left.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Not that I'm aware of.
Some actually, yes, there are. There's one collection that we're going to look at soon called Turkeys, where there's birds that face upside down.
There's bird.
It's a 180 flip. It's not a profile change.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should come up with more ideas. Look at all the ideas we're coming up with tonight.
Maybe we should brainstorm about all these ideas off air, so we should
edit this podcast a little bit. There's a big cut of 20-minute section. Put that on Patreon.
Bored Ape Tinny Club, patent pending.
Everything's just been copyrighted for the last 20 minutes. So
yeah.
Hobo Town, CJ. You're in Hobo Town.
Yeah, picked up a couple of hobos last night. There they are.
Very hobolicious.
Yeah. This was another free mint. I missed the mint. They ran up to, I think, almost 0.2 shortly after, because that was when we were all frothing over the ugly meta free mint. But I've been watching it for a couple of days on Twitter, and I think they're doing cool things. Like they already announced and airdropped the boxes to holders. There's only 2k of the boxes, so they're already quite rare compared to the almost 7,000 actual hobos. But there's more to this story, clearly, with these clues that they're dropping. So yeah.
So they give you like a daily update. like a daily
Yeah.
weekly update.
Yeah, they write this little sort of comic strip most days. Yeah, I can't find it now.
Oh, that's Twitter for you, man. That's fucking Twitter all over. That's me looking through Twitter. I'm like, it should be right at the top. Why is it not right at the every time, every fucking time? It's the most recent post, but it's not at the top for some reason. Oh, it just boils my blood, man.
Yeah, they're one of these that aren't doing Discord, so I don't know, maybe that puts some people off where you can have all these kind of things in one place, whereas I'm sat here scrolling a timeline to try and find what I'm looking for.
So
if you don't have a Discord, if you don't have a Discord, you don't have to answer questions. That's why they don't do it at.
True.
But they've got Twitter, so if they do Twitter Spaces, are their Twitter Spaces just a whole heap of fellas standing around going, "Oh, got $5, got $5, bum see you, bro, bum see you."
Sambo, the Twitter Spaces is actually it's just like hours and hours of banjo cover songs.
Really?
Yeah. So actually get yourself a hobo and join the Spaces. I think you'll enjoy it.
I like it.
Twist,
I like it.
Sambo started the hobos.
I wish. I like it though. I really do. I even like the art. I like the concept. It's good. I'm buying.
And we have a 15-year-old whale in the hobos. This
Yeah.
guy, shout out Zach, he bought this hobo for 1.5 ETH yesterday. I think it's a 1-of-1 devil hobo, and he wrote this whole thread on why he's bullish on the hobos, so check that out. And he also swept, I think, 10 last night, which has sparked this sort of run up to 0.1 floor price. So yeah, go Zach. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, let's go hobos. Okay. Let's wait to hear the hobo live spaces. Wonder how many ciggies are gonna get bummed.
Spare some change.
What do we got? Bargain bin boys. So we've got two ideas here. Turkey Megaverse, which we looked at in is this the very first episode we looked at Turkey Megaverse? It would have been fucking close. Maybe the first or second.
Yeah.
And we thought it was pretty cool.
They look cool.
They
should tick the boxes for you, man. They all look different.
They're like $4. They're $4, something like that. Even the base ones look cool, I reckon. So I'm big for Turkey Megaverse, but because all the free mints that are happening, we thought we'd have a look at the free mints. So I suppose let's have a look at these free mints that are going on. We're gonna show you a bit of tools here, I guess. Show you Icy Tools. Is that what we're gonna go to? Yeah. So you want to just explain what Icy Tools is? You've been using Icy Tools pretty well, general.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as much as the next person, I've basically been glued to this discovery page, wait until something screams up to the top spot, and then fly onto Etherscan and try and mint it before it mints out. Then I spend the next 3 hours with my fingers crossed hoping it goes to free.
Explain this discovery page. I'm new to Icy Tools, so...
Okay, so we're on the free version. So you can only go per hour, but if you have the paid version, you can go down to up to 1 minute intervals.
Yeah.
So it's really useful for seeing what's popular currently, I guess, in the last hour for us right now.
So it gives you
what's being minted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the first column on the left is just the name and whatnot. The next one over is mints per hour or mints per interval. So if it's 1 minute, the furthest one on the right is also pretty important because it shows the breakdown. So what's that one there? Is it 32%?
Yeah.
Is the unique minters metric. And then the one just on the left of that is showing you how many have been minted in total or how many are total in the collection.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty easy breakdown just to see a few metrics that are relatively important when you're free minting, because you don't want 10% unique minters, because, you know, if I own 10, you own 10, Pete owns 10. As soon as the price starts to run up, we all start throwing them on the market for floor price, basically. Now, there's 1,000 other people that are doing the same thing, trying to make a bit of money, and then all of a sudden the floor just drops out of it. So I like to look for something that's, you know, 50% plus, because it'll run up a bit easier with less people trying to sell even one, because they're holding on hoping that it goes to, you know, 0.1.
So show us what you're going to look for. Show us what the free mints we're looking at.
All right. Well, my screen's pretty small here, so just trying to have a quick look. That one at the top's actually not too bad. We probably could have gotten to that. Just go back, CJ. I think the one in second spot, we've got 48% unique minters, 824 in the last hour, so that's not too bad. Click on
Space Warriors.
I like the sound of Space Warriors too.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. What else do we have? Board spirits. What do they look like?
63%.
I mean, look, I know it doesn't really matter heaps, but I still like looking at things that I kind of like the look of, just because, like we said before, if they go to zero, you
print them out.
You can look at your pretty picture. Well, that one's a 0.03 mint, so we're going to steer clear of that because, you know, it's a bit too rich for our blood right now. Those Space Warriors look pretty cool. It's just, do they have an OpenSea? There will be an OpenSea there. Yep.
Well,
let's see what they look like. You're not bad for a free mint. Same
right.
worse.
Let's do this as a free mint.
Yep.
I'm going to go buy some turkeys in the Megaverse anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think we should maybe buy a turkey as well. But we'll do this free mint if we can do it. And if not, or both, we'll do both. Turkeys are cheap, boys.
They are very, very cheap. Right now as well, CJ's just minting off contracts straight from Ether scheme. So it's a little bit daunting the first time you do it, but it's pretty simple. You just go onto the contract page, connect your wallet, and then find the drop down that says mint or free mint or whatever it is, enter the amount that you want to pay, which in this case would be 0, and then however many we want, and hit mint, and it should just
just
straight
FYI,
through.
I think only the first 777 of them were free, and it's a 005 mint.
Oh, well, we're not looking for that.
Right, roll on.
We want free everything.
We've got a few more minutes here, boys. See if we can find something. So you've been minting a heap of free stuff recently, Pete?
Not as much as General and CJ, but I minted some Goblin Zookies, which I fucking liked.
Yeah.
They're doing okay, aren't they? They're like a...
No, they go up and down, but I don't know whether I want to fucking sell them. I'm waiting for them to reveal in a few days, and the pictures I've seen look cool as fuck, and I just want to keep it printed out and sit on the wall.
You're worried they're not going to reveal?
Nah.
They're derivative.
They're a derivative.
Yeah.
But
didn't you just say fucking like 2 weeks ago, we're not buying any more derivatives, boys? They're fucking shit. They're just fucking... Yeah.
The plan was to flip them, though. And I still probably... I got 2 of them for free, so I'll probably flip one. But it is a derivative, but it's a derivative of a Zuki and a Goblin.
Yeah, so that's okay then.
So they've stolen 2 types of art.
No, they haven't actually. They, believe it or not, General, they didn't just steal the heads. They had to redraw the heads because they had to redraw them in profile picture. See?
Yeah, fair.
So it's not just stolen.
You reckon Zagabond's behind it?
Probably.
Just the next rug.
I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to do a free mint. We might do it after the episode. Save you fucking listen to us going, oh, that's nice. Oh, look at this one. Oh, isn't this fucking nice?
There's one you can do for the invisible MF a 3-lander board ape cat Moonbirds isn't free, but it's near free.
It's pretty cheap.
It is pretty cheap.
Few bucks.
It's like 001.
Did you ever get on to old mate?
I sent him a message saying, "Are you a scam?"
Yeah.
And he sent me a message back saying, "I'm not a scam. All these ones that mint price for high mint prices and offer no utility, they're the scams. We're not a scam. Our prices are only 001.
I didn't see any utility though.
No.
What do you need utility for?
When the art's that good.
It's a 3-lander invisible Moonbird's MF on that.
Yeah. Wow. With all these recent NFTs, it seems you don't need a roadmap. You don't need any utility. You don't need any good art. You can have a fucking turd of a goblin. Even though I really like the goblins, I think it's pretty cool art. But you know what I mean? You don't need anything. That's NFT life, brother. It's fucking roller coaster. Just gotta fucking ride the highs and fucking buy the lows. End up with a heap of NFTs that you never sell.
Try to anyway.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, General. Thanks, CJ. I've got stuff written here. Fuck, I'm organised this week. Twitter. Go to our Twitter, twitter.com/meta-than-sex. Our website, aussiebreadchickens.com. Our Discord's still a number. Can we get a fucking thing for that, General? How do we do that?
We did have it. We'll have to sort that out.
Get a few boosts or something.
We lost a few boosts along the way, so I think we need 4 more or something.
I'll throw some feathers or something out there and get people to boost again.
Get some boosters.
CJ's got a Twitter as well. General's got a Twitter. Pete's got a Twitter as well. We've all got Twitters. Go on to Shillow ABCE Twitter. We've got so much shit, mate. It's too much. I think we should maybe just shill our link tree. We've got a link tree.
Yeah.
Link tree is probably the way to go. Just go to our link tree. It's all there. It's too much. It's too much. Like, share, comment. Fuck, this is half the podcast. I'm reading this fucking shit I've written down. Should like the video, though. That's a good thing to do. Like the video.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe. Don't do anything I've just said. Just subscribe. That's good enough.
And
if you got this far,
tree.
if you get this far, write down who we should FUD next in the comments.
Oh, have you organised that PO-app yet, Pete?
No.
Pete's organising a PO for us.
We're definitely not above paid FUDding. Like, people pay shill. Well, we don't pay shill, but we pay FUD. So
yeah.
Who do you want us to FUD?
That's all this whole podcast was.
We're cheap too, like a couple of free mints. I'll do me.
We can end it with this quote. Market down. The world is on fire. We'll never see a bull market ever again. Sell us all your shit cheap. We'll catch you next time, cats.
Bye.
See ya.